In the program Kazakhstan International Vectors, International Relations, Political Views, Economic Solutions and Social Innovations. Today in the program, how Kazakhstan has created a platform for communication of the best minds of our time, why GGlobal is a perfect chance for young scientists, and what is being discussed in the internet by Nobel laureates. A wise person does not know much, but knows what is necessary. Aeschylus, ancient Greek playwright. The Institute of Economy of the Committee of Science of the Ministry of Education and Science of the Republic of Kazakhstan supports the informative platform GGlobal from the very moment of its foundation. The staff and students put their work out there, hold video conferences and communicate with the international expert community. The main principle of this platform is equality. Equality not depending on what jewels you have, in which country you live, what languages you speak and so on. The principle of this platform being realized is that on this platform anyone may express their opinions, whether a Nobel Prize winner or, let's say, a regular member of our institute, somewhere in the developing country. In 2014, the Institute of Economics of the Committee of Science, Ministry of Education and Science of Kazakhstan won the grant and is now working on the topic "The New Architecture of Global Security on the Principles of GGlobal Communicative Dialogue." This study indicates that the world's population by 2050 will increase by 120%. Problems of poverty and malnutrition will further aggravate. Scientists believe that these 5 priority areas should be discussed at a communicative platform GGlobal. They work also on the issues that are important for the development of Kazakhstan. I am engaged now in projects related to the formation and development of cluster projects in Kazakhstan. In particular, it is possible within the framework of regional development of innovation clusters and IT clusters. Today, I can say that it is very important to see the GGlobal platform. In fact, this is such a GGlobal info communication area which allows anyone to speak to young scientists and to talk about their development, the topic which we cannot always talk about in public or state level, for example. The most important issue in this vein in Kazakhstan is the development of relations between science and business to commercialize research results. Using the specific potential of our Kazakhstani scientists, our scientific organizations, research universities for the benefit of the economy in general, and the commercialization of scientific research system is still in its formative stage. It can be said that it proceeds in the development stage, but there are some drawbacks, places that hinder this development. The platform GGlobal, it is, I think, a sort of a tool which in the future will make it possible to have more influence on what's taken, which solutions are more effective to the various problems. With the views, as we have already said, not only scientists, theorists, but also political scientists, economists, well, and any person who wishes to express new ideas. On December 15, 2011, President of Kazakhstan Nursultan Nazarbayev, speaking at this ceremonial meeting dedicated to the 20th anniversary of the independence of Kazakhstan, proposed a new format of multilateral cooperation of all interested countries, international organizations, expert community and the international community on the basis of the Astana Economic Forum, in the format of GGlobal. There were 2 main premises to create a unique platform: the development and growth of opportunities of the global information environment, as well as the global financial crisis. The president of our country in Beijing during a G20 summit suggested the international community an information communication platform of the GGlobal format, as a platform where we could build a dialogue between the G20 and the developing countries. On January 12, 2012, started the project of information communication platform GGlobal, which united well-known scientists of our time, representatives of the business community, the authorities of not only modern Kazakhstan but also throughout the world, those who are interested in the development of their own economies and the world economy as a whole. The project was supported by 14 Nobel Prize winners. Starting from January 2012 to the present day, GGlobal brought together more than 30,000 users from 150 countries. A social network for intellectuals of Kazakhstan and the international community is busy searching for a broad range of solutions to the issues that affect the future of the world. Every day, the conditions for the international expert community are being created for interactive, open and public debates on socio-economic, political, cultural, demographic and many other issues. Nursultan Nazarbayev, when he performed in St. Petersburg at the G20, he said such a thing, that GGlobal is not a global alternative to, let's say, G7 or G20. This proposal is still much more to unite forces for the world community to jointly seek solutions to the problems that today we have on everyone's lips. This is primarily, of course, the global economic crisis. Association of Eurasian Economic Club of Scientists, which includes 23 Nobel laureates, is actually the co-creator of a GGlobal. Association holds competitions, the results of which as the best works are being published in the journal Eurasian Economic Review. Will Kazakhstan have its own Nobel Prize winners? How does the UN assess the global anti-crisis plan? It is not always possible to see in reality how does the GGlobal perform. This is the internet platform and the best minds of our time meet in the network to discuss global issues and develop effective solutions. If you look at this portal, you will see a huge number, I say not just hundreds but thousands of online conferences being held, and the vast majority consists of foreign experts involved there. And imagine what it's like. Well, about 10 to 15 years ago, we could not even imagine when experts from around the world take part in the discussion. It is an open discussion of any problems. It is possible for any internet user to sign up at the website and to get acquainted with the latest solutions to global problems. However, within it, the area is divided into smaller areas by topic and the level of participants. There is a special platform for experts, a totally expert view. There you can see the offers for young people in particular who want to participate. For example, just recently, the Ministry of Education announced the first Republican competition, the Youth for GGlobal. On the 12th of this November, the project actually has started. As a result of this, in May-June, it will be summed up and the most active university will be selected, which is involved here on the website GGlobal with students' ideas and proposals. The headquarters of GGlobal can be found in many universities in the country. Young scientists, graduate students, doctoral students are actively involved in the debate, discussing their ideas with renowned experts, as well as having the opportunity to find support. The young local scientist Baysaid of Diaz, he is the leader of the Technopark at Nazarbayev University, and he won the online expo of the Republican competition, which was deployed to the GGlobal markets. It's a real example of how young domestic innovatori exposing their work, participating in such contests became recognizable. Participation in discussions on the website is a great opportunity for young scientists to be heard and seen. However, the main purpose of participating here is still the definition of problems and the development of specific action plans for Kazakhstan in particular and the world at large. GGlobal works upon the principle of crowdsourcing, that is, the use of resources of the crowd. Specific tasks are performed by volunteers who coordinate their activities. On this platform also acts an Astana Club of Nobel laureates. It was created due to the Eurasian Club of Scientists. First of all, scientists are dealing with the problems of the world economy. I, as a representative of the university, have to say before it was hardly possible here in Kazakhstan, in high school for our students, to see a Nobel laureate. But with the beginning of the Astana Economic Forum, in fact, our leading national universities have the opportunity to invite Nobel Prize winners. And by the way, this is what our university named after Al-Farabi does. They appear annually and come with their reports, presentations and more. As a part of info communication platform GGlobal, the global online community of scientists discusses and develops concrete action plans for the countries of the Big 20. In the first place, economic issues. But practice has shown that the economy cannot be discussed in isolation from the global problems of modernity and future prospects. As part of the portal's discussion on the platform, we have such a project, Atom. It all matters related to anti-nuclear policy of countries. Suggestions on how to move in this direction for the states to cooperate in this direction. On this website also works very well such a direction as the Green Bridge. Powerful direction, which in fact was the basis of the Future Expo, the world exhibition being held here in Kazakhstan. The methods for the introduction of a green economy are also the anti-crisis decisions. It will be devoted to the exhibition Expo 2017. On the eve of the global event, 2 years ago, an online expo was held. An online expo exhibition was held in 2014 by GGlobal for the first time in history. Back then, more than 600 scientists have applied online. As a result of the collective work in the area of communication, for 10 months was developed a World Anti-Crisis Plan, which was passed to the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon. It was the initiative on our part. It is a good initiative of our head of state at the site of the Astana Economic Forum to develop solutions to the crisis. And it was done. 2 years ago, when the concept was drawn up, it could then being handed over here on G20 in St. Petersburg. This whole package of recommendations of an anti-crisis plan. The UN has emphasized the importance of the concept and expressed readiness to continue to participate in the revision of the World Anti-Crisis Plan. Anti-crisis solutions. This is the concept of the transition of our country to a green economy. This is perhaps today the key anti-crisis solution of all economies. As we speak today about the economy's energy intensity. Why? Since the costs associated with the extraction of raw materials to processing, in the light of the fact that they pollute the environment, they are not very applicable to the further development of mankind. Otherwise, there would not be so urgent adoption of the Paris Climate Agreement. Young scientists of the Institute of Economics of the Committee of Science of the Ministry of Education and Science of Kazakhstan are not only actively participating in the activities of GGlobal, but also trying to talk about the unique platform around the world. In September, I was on an internship at the University of Rome Sapienza when I told about the site to the scientific consultant of Italian professors. They showed a very keen interest in this area, and so on the 26th of September this year, jointly with the Kazakh State University, was held an online conference which was about the role of women in the sustainable development of Kazakhstan and China. And Kazakhstani researchers took part in it as well as the Italian scientists. And for me it was interesting too, because during the conference and in the framework of their studies addressed the issue of the formation of the innovation zone in the economic zone Silk Way. This is just one aspect of my dissertation investigation. Thanks to the GGlobal, young scientists, students were more likely to publish their articles on such topics as political issues. That is, there was such a possibility can be carried out during discussions and online conferences with different participants from different countries. And most importantly, the opportunity to get feedback from well-known economists and scientists. GGlobal for me is a global network of communication between researchers and scientists, which at the same time allows to popularize science among the masses. That is, a new student who can register on it and just read the results of it, or ordinary people signing up and reading the results of which are relevant to this modern time.
GGlobal.
GGlobal, as I said, is only 5 years of age, let's say the age of a kindergartner. That is needed for everyone, of course, to take certain measures to make them be improved in terms of performances. This problem, and here is what I see the main role lies on the research institutes. They have set the tone, that is, they should provide direction on who should be a dialogue.